Hello everyone, welcome back.
Hello everyone, welcome to Clock Tower 3. This is the game I'm excited for because this is the game I run on a regular basis and I can talk about it. Somehow, at 5 AM, despite being up since about 7 AM yesterday, I have a burst of energy because now I get to talk about one of my favourite games, Clock Tower 3.
And also, we both played Bolt a lot, so we had like a lot of free time to build up that second wind. I know you definitely have it, but I'm like still crashing down. But
Bolt angered me a little bit.
No, what do you?
And
really?
now I have a vendetta.
No.
Now I want to go hunt some subordinates.
And also,
so when we're ready, I'm going to count us down from 3.
Yep.
And we're going to go right into it because time starts on new.
Okay, that's fine.
When we're ready, 3, 2, 1, go.
So, you have forbade me from even knowing nothing about this game, because I went to go look up a brief people to know what I was getting into, and I skimmed through it, and then when I told you about this, you were like, no, don't do that. Don't do that.
So that's correct. I don't want you knowing
I've seen
about
the beginning of this game, up until like I see some piano music kicking, but...
So the way this game works is it's split up into sort of 2 gameplay styles. We have the hide and seek style, where you are hiding from a serial killer subordinate, and the boss fights. I'll explain the boss fights when we get to them, because there's a lot to go through. First of all, we need to get our water. Water is the most valuable currency in the game. They are your best. They're your only protective item against the subordinates, and they're also the answers to many of the puzzles.
Okay,
so we're just going to crawl through this fireplace. Water's in this room, and we get it. She has magical water because Alyssa is a magical girl. Her family just is a bunch of magical girls, similar to Sailor Moon, or Kill la Kill, or like whatever.
As you do,
anime you want to think of.
Anime moment,
Various anime.
I don't like. I do have knowledge of Clock Tower, the series, mainly. Well, the first one only on I believe on
SNES.
SNES
or Super Famicom.
I think the more of the Famicom game I actually have more knowledge about, which is a very weird game.
I missed the shot. We need to. You physically cannot be if you miss that shot.
I'm truly getting the live Motosonic
reset timer.
Experience. Okay.
I need to reset the timer because I missed it.
Reset the timer.
I need to reset the timer.
Just reset the timer.
So as you say, Super Famicom game. Those are 2 different companies.
Yeah.
So the company that made this. All right, we'll go. I'll explain more when we're ready. 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah. So the original company that made Clock Tower sold the rights to Sunsoft.
As you do. Yeah.
Like 2000, I think. And that company then turned into a company called Nude Maker. Make of that what you will. Sunsoft then decided to take the franchise in a very different direction, as what you're seeing here, which usually doesn't work for a lot of franchises. And in this case, it also didn't work because this game sold terribly.
I can imagine.
They also got
I've never heard of it,
Capcom's help in specifically to help with this, because Sunsoft weren't as big at the time, and Capcom.
They're also a small company, you know. They have this like little hits like.
They've made 1 or 2 survival horrors, you know, Dino Crisis.
That's the one. That's the popular
Dino Crisis is the big one. Yeah, that's the one everyone remembers.
Yeah. Nothing else.
There's also a small indie game called Resident Evil.
I do remember that as well. It kind of fell off though.
So Sunsoft got the help, and Capcom has always kind of just liked Sunsoft to work with. It always feels like they want to make more Clock Tower games. Hence Haunting Ground, which was a Resident Evil 4 game, then turned into a Clock Tower clone. And so this is the last Clock Tower game that was released, unless you count Rewind, which was technically a port of the Super Famicom game, which was the first legal release of it in the West.
In the West, yeah. Before that we had. Are you going to miss again?
I didn't miss this time.
I thought you missed, yeah.
Okay, so as I explained, the water is your most critical resource in this game. If you missed any sort of water throw, you either need to go back and find more water, or you're shit out of luck.
Okay, so I noticed in the top left, I believe, we have like a weird icon and a number.
That mansion was in modern day times.
Okay.
Now we're going to World War Two.
Huh.
I don't know why. I don't remember exactly why.
The door
She just gets sent to random time zones. But now we're in World War Two. We're in the middle of the Blitz. And so we're about to get introduced to sort of the main puzzles of the hide and seek segments. There are ghosts throughout the game. Every single ghost has an item.
Okay.
That item makes them happy. Once they're happy, they can pass on.
Oh, okay.
It's called spiritual healing.
Yeah.
Because when they get that feeling, so on, so on, so on.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the tutorial. You gotta give this ghost their ring. You cannot get past them without this ring.
Okay. So this is just a bunch of fetch quests then.
The water throws... They affect them, but barely. And it's not worth wasting resources on them until a very specific puzzle near the end. Well, near like the 2/3 mark in the game.
Okay.
This is a sigil stone. This protects you from a death. I'll explain that later. Because you see in the padding... I'll explain that bar up there when we get our subordinates. We need to refill here because, again, water's so specific.
I'm assuming the number in the top left is your amount of... Like,
That is your water throws.
Yeah,
that
okay.
will increase as we go along.
Okay. Just standard upgrade moment.
So
moment.
you can get a maximum of 5. That will come after you beat Corroder.
Okay.
And there's you can get away with your water throws here because the water throws aren't by hitbox, they're by pixel.
Oh, is this like individual pixels?
Individual pixels have a hitbox, so you can get away with the water throws.
It looks like every single time you throw it, it looks like it's just not hitting, but
Yeah, it almost never hits it,
click.
but it's... Yeah, like what you're about to see is like a little time save that people do, where once this camera angle changes, you can throw the water to this tailor. Ta-da! And we've got it. Wasn't anywhere near it, but hey-oh. The doors in this building though have weird lag. Don't know why. Tried it on emulator, tried it on PS2. It's got weird lag.
Oh, that's strange.
So, this is Norton's Tailor. This is our first sort of level, I guess.
Okay.
There is a little girl who got hit in the head with a sledgehammer. Our first subordinate is called Sledgehammer.
Oh. That's right. That's very subtle.
Can you guess why he's called Sledgehammer?
Very subtle storytelling there.
The subordinates are not subtle in the slightest.
You should have just called Charm.
So yeah, a lot of the cutscenes are really entertaining because they were directed by Kinji Fukasaku, who did Battle Royale. So, if you really want to get technical, this game's a spiritual successor to Fortnite. Yeah. This has a link to Fortnite.
That had the general concept of a Battle Royale in like visual form, I guess. There were some bugs, maybe they did it beforehand, but yeah, this is directed. When you told me that before this event started, I was like, huh.
Yeah, that's the reaction a lot of people have when I say that. So this is subordinate. This is Sledgehammer is subordinate. Usually you want to hide. Usually you want to run away from them. Clock Tower you can just get away with just running. This isn't like Haunting Ground. Haunting Ground is a lot more in depth and mechanical in how it handles its subordinates or like stalkers, because they actively learn from your patterns. These ones don't. These ones have set patterns.
Okay.
So I know every single movement of the subordinates. The only ones that really give me any trouble are the Scissor Twins. We will meet them later, provided I get good boss fights.
Good.
So yeah, we hit him with a chair, and now Sledgehammer is dazed, concussed, I guess.
The big thing in this
so now
game
we have,
is that they
we have
split the twins into... They split the Scissor Man into two different people.
Yeah, so that introduced you to hit points. So hit points, you have one in every level, where you can stun your subordinate. for a short period of time to let you escape. However, that's the only one you're required to hit.
Okay.
You do not need to hit any others. I may hit one for safety when we see one of the scissor people.
I better play safe than sorry, I guess.
The rest of them, we're fine. We need the refills here because there is 3 water throws in the clock tower. Well, 2 mandatory, 1 potential. Yeah, we're gonna see. I can't remember the little girl's name, but all I know is she gets hit in the head with the sledgehammer.
Okay.
And she plays music that is classical music that is over 150 years old and gets me flagged on YouTube. Thanks, YouTube.
See, this is where I stopped, like, actively paying attention to this game when I was watching the
Yeah, so
and then just skimmed through it on YouTube until the
there's
game
a
ended.
few things we need to get here. There's a puzzle here. I know the answer to it already. Because I may know the answer, Alyssa doesn't.
Oh,
It's one of those
I
horror
hate
games.
puzzles like that. If I love RE4 so much because it's like, oh, you can solve this puzzle, and then you just do it, and it's just like, oh, yeah. Okay.
So we need to pull this lever twice to raise it up, find the dead body, raise it back up, because we need that trust later in the level.
Okay.
And I immediately ran away from it. Thanks, game. So yeah, the answer is 103. This is a locker room key to give you the master key to the entire building. And so, once you've got that master key to the building, you can then, what is it? You can then get matches to light the room up, and then go get the pliers. You're literally in this massive console room for pliers. That's the worst RNG I've got. I did not want Sledgehammer there.
Of course it would be.
So, that's a good sign of things to come.
Listen, where are you?
So, yeah, 103. Get the master key.
So I'm assuming if you try attempt to enter that just beforehand, it just doesn't work. Like, assuming if you try and input that code before you discover what that code is, it just doesn't let you open it.
I've known what this code is because I've watched streams of this before I played it. In terms of getting it wrong, I have no idea. I've never done it.
Oh.
I assume it just doesn't click.
That reminds me of weirdly
There's a very specific angle I want to run at here because Sledgehammer is about to jump scare you.
Oh, that's
So
great.
I need to go as close to the room as possible so that my panic meter is about as good as that.
Okay, do you want to explain the panic meter a bit more in detail?
Yeah,
like-
that's the that's the panic meter.
Yeah.
So when that's full, you go into panic mode.
Okay.
When you're in panic mode, you're a one-hit kill.
Oh.
Unless you have those sigils.
Okay.
So treat that panic mode, treat that panic meter like a health bar. Doors are apparently just give you iframes, so they just don't.
Oh, that's great. And then that weird crystal is basically
Unlike
Zelda
Haunting
terms,
Ground,
like
where
fairy
every
in a
door
bottle.
is, every door is just it's one big open world.
Oh yeah.
I'll be comparing this game to Haunting Ground a lot because Haunting Ground is the spiritual successor of the Clock Tower.
Okay, I'm gonna
Same as
compare it to,
Remothered,
like,
but
a bunch
Remothered
of-
isn't as good.
I'm gonna compare it to a bunch of like obscure shit. Like I said, my mind also went to like when it came to like puzzles that you need the answer for, even though if you know them. Saw, the video game, is a big one of those. Well, that game is horrible because there is so many puzzles where you can just like that is so
I'm not hearing Saw slander.
It's so anti-speedrun.
Saw's a great speed.
Well, because you need to just
There's just waiting.
even if you know the answer, you
just have to wait for
find it first. It's awful. I hate games that do that. They don't reward you for like being knowledgeable about the game or complete playthroughs.
I will say, if I show a picture of Haunting Ground to you, you'll probably look more familiar because, from what I remember, Fiona has the face scan of Jill from Resident Evil 5, before Resident Evil 5, and it also has Huey the dog from Resident Evil 4.
Oh yeah, I think I remember it being mentioned before.
And no one played Haunting Ground.
No one played Haunting Ground.
So yeah, back to Clock Tower 3. We now have the matches, so we can go all the way back around up to the truss and get the pliers. There is an RNG moment there, and it's mean because if I fail, like if I fall off, I lose this entire console. I got lucky there.
Oh, we are now in panic. Well, if we are in
Yeah,
panic
the
mode
panic
now.
meter's shot. That's a jump scare moment. It can stun you. If you fall over, you're basically dead.
Okay.
And I need to use water throw. Yeah, water throws stun the subordinates. I'll be making a joke a little bit later about Corona. So, before we get to that, I want you to just think up your most toxic gaming community.
Oh.
We have time, so you can think that over.
Yeah.
We have plenty of time.
I mean, this is the obvious answer. Well, in terms of my one, I don't know, but in terms of general gaming, I did them immediately off the top of my head, but I don't think of my own. Are we talking in terms of like just what them in general, or does it have to like be
Before we
specific
go on
to
to
like
that,
gameplay?
I'll explain this plank.
Uh-huh.
This plank is an RNG nightmare. Ideally, your best bet is 2 there, 2 back. Any more than 2 there, 2 back is considered bad RNG.
Okay, what do you mean by 2 there, 2 back? Can you mean like, as in like,
It's completely RNG as to when you start
like wobbling?
start balancing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's completely RNG.
Oh, you mean in terms of
if
like
you-
how to correct yourself? Oh, I get what you mean. Yeah.
I now have to redo the entirety of the console.
That's great. That's nice.
Speedrun!
Speed run.
RNG nightmare.
That's why. This is why you gave yourself an extra 30
This event
minutes.
has been great for RNG.
Yeah, this is the subtitle of some of the speed should be "fuck RNG."
Subtitle of this event is RNG nightmare.
Yeah.
So yeah, we need to do that entire thing again. I can't get PB
Yeah. Well,
because I have 5 minutes of time save. We lost 8 minutes there.
no. You can join the train of
Yeah.
PBs that were
I
immediately
can no
lost.
longer get anywhere near my PB,
Yeah.
which was 125.
That's fucked up on like, 'cause, like there's no save points here, so like even if you're on a casual playthrough, you just gotta go through this in like one more or less.
I think the only way I can get back all that time is world record pace, which I don't think is possible.
We're doing that, chat. We're doing that.
No, not at 5 in the morning.
You know, chat. You know what you can do at 5 in the morning. You can click that donate. You can scan that QR code or in
True,
the pinned
donate.
comment. I keep saying comment. I just want to say comment because it's just I say pinned. It's
Yeah,
thinking
I
YouTube.
like that.
But pinned message.
Tell me your
in Twitch
favourite
chat.
horror game.
Yeah, but put it
Horror
in the
protagonist.
chat.
There's horror protagonist.
Yeah, favorite horror
Because
protagonist.
Alyssa Hamilton is special.
I
Alyssa Hamilton's a moron.
think I'm gonna be. I was gonna say Leon Kennedy, but that's like actually I can still say actually no.
Oh my lord.
I want to say Leon Kennedy because
Just the worst.
I don't think him and RE2 is the best. And I'm not RE4 is not a horror game, so I can't classify that as that. So I actually don't know what my favourite horror protagonist is.
Yeah, so, that reminds me, I've not spoken much about the plot. So, Alyssa Hamilton comes from a long line of magical girls called Rouges.
As you.
She didn't know this. And a day before her 15th birthday, she got a letter from her mum saying, "Do not, under any circumstances, come home from boarding school." Take a wild guess as to what she did the minute she got that letter.
Oh, of course. Took the nearest flight home from Bournemouth.
She took the nearest bus. She took the next bus.
Yeah, exactly. Of course you got to do. You get a rare message about that. When
Her mum died in a car crash?
as you do.
Question mark?
Okay. Yeah. So I said that. Okay. But then also.
Oh my lord.
Oh, actually, now we're in panic.
Now
mode.
we're in
You just-
panic mode. This is genuinely... I would have reset like 3 times.
Yeah, of course. Oh god, you are. Okay, that is. That
Yeah,
is
panic
bad.
mode is
That is bad.
a nightmare. So panic mode reduces control drastically, makes you a one-hit KO unless you're a sigil. What else? Yeah, it makes the screen really ugly to look at.
Yeah. I like
Somehow
that, yeah.
Haunting Ground made it even more annoying. Because you don't have the meter in Haunting Ground.
No, it's just like visual.
Yeah, it's visual, like
Ugh.
tearing and effects.
It's bad.
But the most annoying part is that occasionally when you're in panic mode, Alyssa just stands still. She just stands there.
That's great.
As I said, Alyssa's an idiot.
I mean, yeah, someone that takes the.
She is a bubbly 14-year-old girl, soon to be 15. That's a plot point. we will get to that when we get to that. Her 15th
that
birthday
sounds-
is relevant.
Yeah, that sounds really fun. And I can't wait to be either really iffy or confused around that plot point.
Yeah, so this is the normal stuff. Like, the subordinates are just that, they are just subordinates for a big bad. I'll introduce the big bad a little bit later. When we get to it. Well, like, it's not relevant for now, but I'll get to it when I get to it. For now, yeah, we just need to go back and get the players. And hopefully not get hit by RNG Devil. I don't know how bad. Don't know how bad this has gone considering my PB was 2 days ago.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I was a PB in 06. Also 2 days.
Oh, I
ago,
got
3
lucky
days ago.
there. Because that is pixels. This is I'm so mad. But hey, if all the RNG going bad on Sledgehammer, surely the rest of them will be nice to me.
Oh, it took us 8 minutes, but we're back here.
Yeah.
just gotta try and not fall down again.
I'd be on the next chapter by now.
Yep.
In a good run. So yeah, 2 there, 2 back is the ideal.
Then we're gonna try and remain quiet, I guess, so you can
And
focus
it's
on this.
really specific on, like... I'm not entirely sure, like, the full mechanics, but... like, on how you want to avoid falling. Because realistically, if I fell there, like, I could have literally just fell forward.
Oh, that's great.
But that's not how that works, because Eliz is an idiot. She just thinks it's a good idea. She doesn't know she's a Rudy yet. Sort of.
Okay.
Ish. And I feel like I could show off some cutscenes now that the run's dead.
Yeah, true.
I could show off some funny cutscenes. So, yeah. Because there's some funny ones. This game's quite a hoot. Yeah, now that our panic meter is basically... Oh yeah, this introduces just the butterflies.
Yeah.
Butterflies aren't relevant in the slightest.
Well, they're just like collectible things?
No, the butterflies increase your fear. They attract you to subordinates.
Oh, they're
They
just
are
like...
completely irrelevant.
I guess. Are they like warning signs, I guess? No? Like if you
They
see a butterfly,
literally...
you know there's support.
If you get surrounded by butterflies, you stand there a little bit scared.
Melissa, where are you?
It's so weird.
That's it.
Yeah, it's a really weird mechanic.
It's fine, it's whatever. There's been a few occasions where butterflies have screwed me, but that's more because they've hit me next to a subordinate.
Yeah.
Melissa, where are you?
Alright, so that is console done. We will be coming back here when we are done. Like when we're done with the chapter.
Okay. So, and you asked me earlier about those toxic gaming communities.
Don't answer that yet. Don't answer
Okay.
that
Oh,
yet.
we're saving that. Okay.
I'll save that one because I have a joke.
Okay. That's great.
We don't need water for the rest of the chapter. That'll get refilled at the end of the chapter.
Okay.
Sledgehammer will not catch us. As long as my movement is not drunk. It is 5 in the morning though, so...
There we go. 7 hours to go.
Yeah!
After this, we look forward to... we only got 2 events left. We got... Oh, if we're including this 3, we got Clock Tower now. We got Daily Game, which is going to include stuff like Wordle, Smashdoll, GameDoll, LOLDoll. List goes on and on and on. We're doing that for about an hour, and then we're going to cap things off with Elden Ring Bingo. So make sure you guys are
Elden Ring
staying
Bingo
tuned
is
for
gonna
that.
be a
Looking forward to Elden Ring Bingo. I don't think the runners are, because they're suffering the consequences of being up this long. But you know, we got a lot of time. Thankfully, we've delegated a lot of time to Elden Ring Bingo, so it gives the runners space and time
Right.
to do it. Okay.
Here's a green arrow. That is... The arrows are the most valuable battle currency.
Battle currency.
I'll get to that in a moment. We are nearly at the boss fight.
Okay. Okay.
So, I want you to take a shot. So, with everything you've seen so far, with the hide and seek gameplay, I want you to take a shot of the dark. What do you think the boss fights are like?
I don't know, like cover shooters. I don't know at this point.
Weirdly close.
Okay.
So, I'll get to it in a minute, but as I've mentioned, Alyssa Hamilton is a magical girl. This is the magical girl horror game.
It's gonna be like spell.
Sailor Moon Silent Hill.
Oh, that's great. Oh,
Although it's not really like Silent Hill in the slightest.
Huh.
Because
Okay.
Clock Tower, like, one of my favourite streamers at Geisus, they basically categorised every horror game as like you're either a Resident Evil or you're a Clock Tower. This is obviously a Clock Tower.
Clock Tower.
It's just in the way that the games are made, so you're either like an action game or you are a run away and hide like a little
I'd be
bitch game.
concerned if this game wasn't a clock tower.
Yeah. So we're about to get to the boss fight. Alyssa Hamilton is a magical girl.
Okay.
The bottles of water you have been throwing turn into bow and arrows. So I'm going to show you her transformation. She transforms into literally nothing.
Huh.
She literally just... The sky turns green. She gets a summoning circle. And she's in the exact same costume. There are alternative costumes for clear mode. I've never played clear mode.
What is clear mode? Just New Game Plus?
Huh?
Is clear mode just New Game Plus?
Clear mode is New Game Plus, but it gives you a bunch of like costumes and stuff
Okay.
that I think have perks, but I've never tried. Yeah, she has a bow and arrow now.
Okay.
Your goal for... Yeah, she just shoots it. But yeah, your goal for the boss fights. And whilst I'm doing this quick disclaimer, I'm mashing triangle during this little bit because it makes the health bar load faster. So I'm waiting for a slam. Once it slams, I'm going to charge 5 bindings. That was fun. And sledgehammer's fun. Alright. 1, 2, 5. Right, he's now binded. I want to bind him enough to the point where I can shoot a spirit bomb at him.
Okay. So this is a survival horror game. I just want to make sure I haven't I haven't gone to sleep and I'm dreaming right now. This is a survival psychological horror game.
It's a hide and seek horror. That's what I like to call it. Here's the spirit bomb. She just has this. But only in the one-on-one fights. She has to have the item in her possession that makes the ghost happy. So you're trying to give back... May, that's the little girl's name. You're trying to give back May's pocket watch so that she can reunite with her father in heaven. Because her father died in the Battle of the Somme. While she was performing.
And we're just back to regular gameplay like that past 30 seconds.
Yeah, we just let that pass. It's not relevant.
No, she's not going to question that at all. It's like,
It's
you
not
can just
relevant.
do that. And no, it's going to move right back on.
Yeah, it's completely not relevant to the
Collect
story.
sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
She is just a little girl who's really good at piano. She's playing in a concert hall.
I'm vibing with it. I don't mind. I'm a big classical music fan.
Now we get transported back to the present day.
As you do.
Yeah.
So.
In that cutscene, we meet Dennis. Dennis is a little shitbag, but yeah. Dennis tells you that he saw your mom, and he somehow has the key to your granddad's study.
Yes, you do.
Your grandfather is very relevant.
That sounds like
What's his name?
mystery
Dick.
horror trope with the grandfather who's somewhat irrelevant.
His name is Dick. Like, this game could be more on the
Big
nose if it
Richard.
tried.
Big Richard, that's good. It reminds me of what's that
Book.
game? What's that game? Do you remember the horror game that is like that? It's like fucking with your TV settings where you play the more like you go insane. What's that game called? I'm gonna look it up.
the more you get Eternal Darkness.
Eternal Darkness, yeah. The kind of setting where it's like mansion that has grandfather relevance,
Yeah,
and
so
like you unlock more like to do with him as you go along. I guess very.
the winding keys. I'll explain why your granddad's relevant a little bit later. But
Okay.
you've got the winding keys that will allow you to solve a clock puzzle. Get it? Because clock tower.
Clock.
And you can go to our next area.
Lovely.
Our next area is still Britain, but a little bit closer to our timeline.
Okay.
This game's very British, despite being made by Japanese people. This game is very British.
I'm assuming I'm still holding on to that toxic gaming community question, by the way. I'm still waiting for...
We'll get to it. We're very close.
Okay, I was going to say, I've been having little sat there with the bait there, just kind of waiting for it to come down.
Answer to this puzzle is 2 left, 3 right. If you get it wrong, don't know how you fix it without just resetting.
Just got a breath. It's like that reminds me of like if you do fuck up a Resident Evil puzzle, it's just like, oh, you didn't do it
this one
perfectly
gives you a
first time.
reset.
Start doing brute force. Oh, that's actually that's more generous than Resident Evil puzzles.
This game's really generous.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
It's also an RNG nightmare. So yeah, clock puzzle complete. Water in this stage really isn't as relevant
Okay.
compared to Sledgehammer and the later stages, where they're very specific. Most of it is used for this portal here. By the way, there's a portal here. She has a magic summoner circle. Magical girls.
How's it go?
You're now transported, I think, to the past. I think it's the 60s. I think. We're about to meet Albert and Dorothy. Albert is a toy maker for local kids.
Of course he is.
Dorothy is a blind old woman.
Of course she is. That sounds like generic British
They are just
stereotypes.
ordinary British folk.
Yeah, it's just two British, like, oldie stereotypes.
Yeah, they're... Oh, like, these are the last ghosts will actually have to be relevant. Ignore that one. That ghost's not relevant.
Okay.
We can ignore the blue ghost here as well, but hi guy. That's not relevant either. Albert is also blind, but I'm not going to tell you why, I'm going to show you.
Oh.
Because it's a very funny cutscene.
That's ironic.
Because it's very out of the blue. Like, this game is I call it hide and seek. It's jump scary as well. Like, there's a lot of jump scares. Especially this upcoming subordinate, Kuroda. He's a fine fella. So yeah, next little puzzle we have to go upstairs and we have a moot. We need to find a way into the kitchen, which is there. The way we do that is we go upstairs into this room. There is a flower in front of the moon. It's the moon flower.
Moonflower.
The flower has to face the moon, so we turn it north.
Nice.
And that unlocks a ladder to go down a chimney.
Who do you think someone guy was like, yeah, if anyone comes in this room and they turn that flower
There's a ladder. Yeah, the bed's just hiding a ladder.
As you do.
That has the kitchen key. Yep, kitchen key. I wasn't mistaken. Alright, despite the fact that we're in the kitchen. I've made the mistake there. And I've done it again. The blood trails go towards the door, the front door. You want to go away from it. There's the kitchen. We're about to go back to our time. Because we need to get film. Because there's a photographer investigating a crime. That photographer's been killed. And they have 2 pictures that need some film in order to develop the pictures. So we go back to our time and we learn a little bit about our grandfather, Dick Ruder. Not Dick Ruder, Dick Burrows.
No, that is a lie. You're lying about that name.
His name is Richard Burrows.
That is.
His name is Dick Burrows.
That.
I wish I was joking.
Be the English the Japanese think you are. That is just like, that is the most.
I promise you that is his name.
English name that has not been given by an English person.
Because he married into the Hamilton family. We're gonna get Dick's draw key, desk key, whatever.
I don't want Dick's draw key.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep calling him Dick.
I don't.
Because he is.
I mean, it says it on the screen, but
So he in this time we find out that he's investigating the Burroughs family name and its connection to the Ruder bloodline. That is, and that's all I'll say for now.
Okay.
Because that's all Alyssa knows for now.
Being lessons
Is that he's just investigating it.
Okay.
His name is Dick Burroughs. I don't think you're gonna get it.
Yeah, no, I'm not over that. I don't think for the next 7 hours I'm gonna get over the fact that there's a character in a video game now that I know that's called Dick Burroughs.
Yeah. You're never gonna guess what his plan is.
I was gonna say what his middle name is, so I feel like deeply is.
Sturdy. Hardened. So yeah, draw key. This is going to give us a notepad. That's the book of entities. That tells us a little bit more about Dick's plan. And a strange mask. The mask hooks up onto the wall. You really can't miss this puzzle. There is the specific thing we have to do in this room. We have to go round. We have to get an arrow. The arrow is important because if you miss this arrow, you'll never get it again.
So do we know the arrow? Like, what does the arrow do?
So the arrows are part of the boss fights. So the green arrows do damage, and the red arrows bind.
Okay.
We don't need to use them just yet, though.
I know, because you're just using like,
regular arrows.
Yeah, regular arrows in the fight. I didn't really notice anything different about them.
There's the cutscene where she figures out that her grandfather's involved in this somehow. She doesn't know you haven't seen the man in black yet, but he's there.
The Organization 13.
Pardon?
The Organization, the man in black. I always think it was just the Organization 13 from Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, no. Because at least the Organization 13 were just normal ass people.
Normal as a Kingdom Hearts character can get.
So yeah, we're now going back in time to
go back in time.
Develop pictures and figure out what is going on. We're about to find our next subordinate.
Okay.
Kuroda. I love Kuroda. He's so British.
I heard he got cancelled a few years ago. I mean, like 2019. Like, dude, probably people weren't liking him.
That part was irrelevant. We're now done here.
No.
So, yeah, we go back to the house, back to the kitchen to develop pictures, and we're about to get to one of my favourite cutscenes in the game. Probably my favourite cutscene in the series. Because it's really wacky. So yeah, just use the film. You get 2 pictures. One, it also makes the ghost happy. We have to make ghosts happy. There'll be another ghost, I think, in the sewer later. By the way, we go to a sewer later. Provided Kuroda isn't mean. Because Kuroda can be very mean. So we have the open switch, and now I want you to tell me what your most toxic game community is.
Well, I know not mine. But
yeah, what is D?
Like War Thunder, I think.
War Thunder?
Yeah, I mean, the fact that those people will leak classified military documents to.
I wouldn't call them toxic. I'd call them petty.
They kind of go hand in hand. But I don't know, yeah, I could name like a Billy. Like Sonic is the other big one. For me personally, it's probably the Sonic community. Because we don't like anything that's thrown at us.
We'll go with the Sonic community then.
Yeah, okay.
Right, we're now going to watch this cutscene.
Okay.
This cutscene is funny.
Albert? Are you here, Albert?
Mother, what are you doing? I told you shouldn't wander around outside by yourself.
I came to tell you that dinner's ready. And I told
Oh yeah, they are very
you
British.
don't need to be worried about
I can tell.
Your old mother
That's
may
not
have
posh
dicky
British.
eyes, but she's not on her last legs yet. You just concentrate on your work. Anyway, what is it you're making this time? Some new toy that'll have the local kids agog, I bet.
Actually, I've been busy making this.
Albert, what's this?
Winter's coming, and I don't want you catching cold, wandering around outside. I've been making this in my spare time. How is it? Warm enough?
It's lovely. So warm and soft. Thank you. Thank you so
How
much.
lovely. Thank you, Rhoda.
That's enough playing happy families. You make me sick.
It's a burn all city. Right, at least right on.
Corona's MO, he really likes acid.
I can tell.
How do you like the acid bar?
He also just seems like deranged to us.
Yeah. He really likes the acid bath.
Now may you both be blinded and search for each other in vain for all eternity.
I think the more than blind, you've probably taken off most of their skin.
Ghosts. Dead.
Who you gonna blind? All the ghosty.
Join them. Quickly, the acid's lovely.
Yeah, so Kuroda's a Sonic player. We're immediately going to throw water in. He's going to set on fire. But showers are illegal.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, now that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Alright, cool. So that invisibility bandit there is mandatory. We need that for a thing later. We want to get this toolbox key. Kuroda likes jump scares a lot as well. Kuroda is very British. Kuroda's one of my favourite. So we're just going to walk through. He's going to jump scare us in a moment. We're going to need ready a water throw. Because again, sets him on fire, because fire.
Is there a law reason why I'm throwing water at him since I'm fire?
The law reason is that's our magic water, and he is a subordinate, and they don't like it.
No, it's just because they're just...
Yeah, they just don't like it.
Yeah.
It's funny to say he's a Smash player because he sets him on fire.
Oh, yeah, Smash is the more...
There's a little bit that it always gets me kind of weird. It's literally just this staircase I'm going back up, because we need to get the old woman's shawl, because she's cold.
Okay.
There she is.
That's it, she's just cold. Alright, we dodged her, fine. Yeah. That's Dorothy's shawl, she's cold, we want to get that back,
He is on your sale.
That's it. We're going to have one more water throw here, because he's going to just come running at you.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also butterflies here. Okay, so Kuroda's behaving. Why couldn't Sledgehammer?
You probably chuckling the mics. The production is trying to throw me off and make me laugh at the moment.
Yeah.
I can say them slightly whispering shit in my ear.
There's another mini puzzle here. It's walking over some planks to get the shawl from the sewers.
You're evil, you know that.
One of the planks falls, the other one doesn't. You cannot walk across the one that falls, for obvious reasons. You cannot test it. Because it's like Mega Man 2 or Bolt, where if it's not a solid platform, you die.
I can't get it. I can't make it. Stop making me laugh. It's a horror game, it's a serious game.
No, this game is
I can just hear Drinking Jockey every 3 seconds from the side of me. Just hear Jack Black in my head. Which is arguably scarier than anything this game has to offer.
We have the shawl. There's a little technique that a speedrunner named, I think, Batake has sort of found it, where you sort of go off on a little detour, get a green arrow, that helps later in the run. We just need a very precise water throw as soon as we pick this up. Because we are about to hit our next boss fight.
Hot! Hot! Hot!
Okay. On to the Corona boss fight. This Corona boss fight is mean because he likes to dodge. Unless you can't aim. You do not aim at all.
Oh.
Once you start readying an arrow, you're readying that arrow.
By the way, I've noticed that when he turns his acid thing on, for a brief second, it sounds like a lightsaber. For like half a second, it sounds like someone's igniting a lightsaber. For like
Stock
half
sound,
a
it's
second.
2001. Where
Yeah, it probably is. It probably is just the lightsaber stock sound
yeah,
effect.
it's probably just the stock sound effect. So yeah, Corona killed a bunch of people, 31 people. That's it.
I honestly, every time you said his name, I thought you were saying Corona, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah, that might just be how
that's
I do it.
untimely. But
Yeah,
now it's
well,
just.
and I didn't want that.
There she is!
When he says there she is, he's aiming at you.
Okay.
This, unlike Sledgehammer, this is a 6 fight. Every boss except Sledgehammer and the final boss are 6 fight. Right, now I can actually. Except when he does that, because he just dodges. That hit. Here's why I say
There she is! There she is!
Is the bar at the bottom of his health? So I know it's like last time you managed to obliterate it,
There
don't
she
spirit
is!
bomb it, or Majora's Moon, whatever you do. Yeah, I'm assuming this. We have now just gone to the entire list of the rest of the fight.
there's the limit break.
There we go.
It may not kill. The limit break does a set amount of HP.
Okay.
So it kills some bosses, it doesn't. You also can't skip it. Because you're technically beating.
Let's find out.
Yeah! And it didn't kill them.
Oh, well,
Prepare to die!
I think it'll be good either way.
Yeah, we just bind them again.
Yeah, there we go, boom. I think I'm gonna guess like 2 more hours? Oh, well, maybe 3. Moves out of the way.
Stop moving!
He's gonna move again, yeah.
I swear to God.
There she is!
Okay, I'm assuming you can't.
You can't aim.
Yeah.
Once you're locked in and once you're aiming the arrow,
Yeah.
Prepare to die! There she is! There she is! There she is!
Alright, you're doing the boss thing where you go, like you think you can just do nothing, no damage, and just chip away at the health from you. Just to realise the end of dying. There we go.
terrible boss fight, Corroda's mean.
It looks like an annoying one because they
Now we
spray
can
attack.
give the old woman her shawl back, and we can figure out a little bit about. So we're never going back in time again.
Is it
Sort of.
just a 2-time thing? That's it?
Sort of. There's one instance.
Okay.
Sort of. Yeah, so we'll go back to the house, give her a shawl, and then we get sent back to modern times, where the man in black throws you in the sewer. Why? Because he's a dick.
Yes, you do.
You didn't catch on the clue. Alright, cool. In the sewers, we'll meet our third subordinate. That's Chopper. Again, game's not subtle.
No, I couldn't imagine what he did, or anything like
Who?
Chopper.
Chopper.
Could be anything. Could have done
Believe it or
anything.
not, tax fraud.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, so there's a lavender water here. I need to grab this now because I had to use one earlier. Because RNG is mean. The sewers, I actually really like Chopper's levels. Plural, there's 2. Because most of them are puzzle based. Chopper's just a nuisance. Like, Chopper's not really a threat, he's just annoying.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not a fan of enemies that are like that. Like, they're kind of simple in terms of like what they are, but like their existence is just not fun to deal with.
Chopper's more threatening though,
Okay.
because well, A, throws out, and B, he reveals the secret, sort of, I guess. And I'll tell you that secret when we finish this sewer level.
Okay. We're approaching. We're about 30 minutes off the halfway mark.
I am. Yeah, everyone's been dead for 15.
I was gonna say, do you think we're about halfway through the game according to you, or?
About halfway through, yeah, but my run is done.
Okay. So what time do you expect to get then? Since I know you recently beat.
140 at best. Dying on the thing, and then having 2 bad boss fights has really set the pace off. So I think I've lost about like 15 minutes.
So as we approach the halfway mark, just to remind everyone again that you can scan this QR code or go to the pinned message, remember this time, pinned message in the Twitch chat to donate to the Macmillan Game Heroes to support against cancer. Every little bit helps, even just put out any money, which is perfectly fine. Telling other people helps. Social media, friends, family, get them in, get them watch the run. I know anyone that is still here at 5 in the morning, almost going on 6. I commend you so much. We are now starting to feel the toll here. I know the production, most of the production is. They've been here for nearly 24 hours. I know I've been here himself for probably about 24 hours at this point. So.
Wait for nearly 24 hours. Yay. Anyway, we're in the sewers, and we picked up the invisibility band. That's mandatory, and the worker's gloves. That's important for a puzzle we're about to do regarding an electrical wiring. Because a listener has had to do electrical wiring, and I don't. Imagine learning practical skills.
I was going to say, that's what they teach. I never went to boarding school, so I imagine they just teach electrical wiring.
Yeah. There's a crowbar in this box, and Chopper just appears.
Oh, that's great.
So I'm going to either need to use a water, or I'm going to need very precise movement.
You can't get away!
I can't get away, and I don't want to use a water. If I really don't have to use a water, I won't use a water. We need to B3. There's 2 things we need to do in B3. We need to get the ID card from a dead body in the lower sewer. Yeah. And we need to fix the wiring for the building.
Well, I'm assuming the panic meter will go down naturally if you're not like encountering any enemies.
Yeah, the panic goes down naturally.
Okay. Yeah, I'm starting to see it now. Yeah.
But Corona is Corona. So this one is up left to left right, middle to low left.
Oh, it's like Funny Among Us game. I know this. Funny Among Us. Funny electrical. Don't kill me.
This is electricals. Corona's not Corona. Yeah, Corona's sus. He looks like a roommate.
I just love the fact. I know that if I asked you, like, what happens if you get that puzzle wrong? I know because you've probably played this game so much, you just don't know the answer.
Oh no, I know every answer. If I mistake something, it's literally a second.
Yeah.
It must have some kind of storage. We use the crowbar being on down here. I'm going to give the ghost his glasses because that makes him happy.
Because good one.
Sight apparently is good for you. Here's his spectacles. This game's British.
Goodbye, spectacles. Oh, good golly.
Oh, good golly. Yeah, anyway. So Ghost is happy now. We can get his ID card from him. Because again, we can that opens up the... You're never going to guess this. The way back to your house.
Oh. Okay. In the future.
Also catch. Where is it? Not Corona. call him Proto. Chopper's a dick. But we can survive. Because we now need to turn the power on in B1 and then go around. There is a funny little thing coming up if we get to it, where Alice has really stretchy hands. And I'll explain what I mean by that when we get to it.
Okay.
Because we're very close to it. And we're very close to our first chopper fight. Because there's 2 chopper fights. Yeah, when you hear the music, chopper's there. He's too far away to be a throw. Plus we have water throws and we can just refill. Refilling is a time aspect. It's just safe.
What is the soundtrack for this game?
Soundtrack's really good, and there's a good track I like in the hospital section.
Okay.
When we get to our next set of supports. You see that arrow there? I'm not picking it up.
Okay.
However, as I walk up these stairs, I'm going to mash the X button. Alyssa has really stretchy hands.
Oh,
Just pick up the arrow.
that's great.
Never used again. She just has really stretchy hands.
It's really
And now
just
we're back
can
home. However, we're a baby now. So, we've been transported to the time period where your grandfather killed your dad.
Oh, you know, it's very standard.
And why does your grandfather kill your dad? Because your dad's a bitch. That's it. Your dad's weak-willed and a spineless coward, not fit to uphold the Hamilton name that he married into.
Okay. So.
And now we've got the first chopper fight. So this is another 6-bind. However, you don't finish the fight. Because again, there's two chopper fights. You can't kill him.
900. I kind of like that the years determines how much health they have. I know it's like bullshit game logic, but
Of course. RNG.
Oh, nice trick. Jabba!
voice line is that?
Yeah, man.
Oh.
Good.
You can't get away! Jabba!
Yeah, man.
She's ready to break the boss fight.
You can't get away! Jabba!
Do you only get one break per fight?
Doesn't let go of the gun. Normally she lets go of the gun.
You can't get away!
And I don't want it to do that.
Jabba!
So I'm timing my triangle press, frame perfect. She binded him, but she doesn't finish him off because he has secrets.
Oh,
It don't matter.
lovely.
Dick Burrows is a dick, and
That is true. That is
he
factually true. Yes.
has basically now said, I've missed the point, missed the story point. He's basically said, I want to be immortal. And I'll elaborate on how to do that when we get to our next set of subordinates.
Okay.
There's an item here, I'm going to pick it up because it's safe. I think it's lava.
I know there's production, by the way. Can we get the game slightly turned down? By the way, it seems to be it's slightly overpowering Ian a bit. I think no, it's in that last boss fight there. Not by much.
Just so long as I can hear it, it's fine.
Yeah, as long as you can hear it, and
The
then,
sound cues.
it only needs to be a small amount. I just noticed during that boss fight that was really drowning you out a little bit.
We have a very monotone
That's
theremin puzzle. Like it's for the next 4 or 5 minutes, it's just one puzzle.
Oh, lovely.
So we are in Aruda Temple. We have 3 ghosts. We have to make them happy. How do we make them happy? Give them their corresponding colour. There's also a bunch of arrows here that are really good.
Okay.
So yellow likes yellow, red likes red, blue likes blue. However, someone put all the hexagons in the wrong
Of
colour.
course you do.
So this is literally a colour matching puzzle.
Okay, I'm going to quickly bow out for like 2 minutes so I can take a quick break and then I'll rejoin you. So
Again, this puzzle's really like simple.
that's what I mean. So it's a simple puzzle. You guys should donate while I'm
Colour
quickly
matching.
leaving. So
There's not much to really talk about outside of how really silly this game is. Right, so again, blue. Refilling the water's very critical because we don't always need it. However, it's good to have. Red has the yellow statue, so that's gonna give the earth root stone. We're gonna put that in the yellow, and then the yellow ghost is happy, I guess. Spiritually healed. Marvin Gaye. Yeah, it's an entertaining one, nonetheless. This puzzle's simple. The graveyard puzzle is not. Kuroda's mean. That's why we got the invisibility buttons. We'll explain that puzzle. Because again, that one's literally press 3 buttons. Don't get killed. But you only have one water throw, and you need that water to activate the stone. Completing both puzzles gives you the compasses in order to fight Chopper. And I'm sure One Piece fans will want to make Chopper jokes because I think Chopper's a character in One Piece. Is Chopper a character in One Piece? Okay. And now I wish this game was on PC so someone could mod that in. I wish this game was on more consoles because this game sold terribly and it's stuck to the PS2. Like, it didn't get a PS3 port, it didn't really get much of anything. Clock Tower's in a weird state. I think Rewind sold well, so that's good. But again, it's a weird franchise. I just about avoided getting hit by that ghost. So the ghost's RNG has been kind. Slightly. I only got hit by one, but that's fine. Yeah, so we'll just give the blue stone, and then we are ready to rock and roll. Hi, Rai. You ready, Rai? We're about to get to the interesting puzzle.
play. So you finished off the boring
nothing. One. You missed me wanting this game on PC so we could mod in Chopper from One Piece.
I mean,
they share the same name, it'd be funny. I say it wouldn't be. Chopper from One Piece is Chopper, like.
Yeah, I got it. You know, the One Piece is real. Can we get much higher? Higher, so high.
Memes. This game doesn't really have any, which is surprising.
This time, I don't know. Half this game's cutscenes are probably just like can be memes in themselves.
Yeah, true. Half the game's cutscenes
just give it more.
memes.
If the public is more knowledgeable in this game, then yeah, it probably would be.
Yeah, no one played this. This game sold terribly. Clock Tower's never really sold well. Because, well, for one thing, 2 of the games were Japan only for the longest time.
Yeah.
And this game has the unfortunate pleasure of being a Capcom published horror game that isn't Resident Evil.
Yeah, it's a Resident Evil clone.
Because, I was say, Dino Crisis is not even a thing anymore.
Was this released? Wait, do you remember the year this released?
2001.
2001? Is that before?
This predates Resident Evil 4.
Yeah. It was 4, and then I'm assuming it was RE0.
Code Veronica, I believe.
Okay, so that's the closest. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
I mean, even then, Code Veronica sold pretty badly.
That makes sense. Like, for serious, you could just say not a good time for.
This sold really badly. Because again, it was an unknown developer, as in Sunsoft, who had bought a already weird franchise in Clock Tower from a company that then turned themselves into a company called Nude Maker.
Okay.
I don't know what Nude Maker does, and I don't want to.
You know what? I'm not typically a gambling man, but I think I could probably guess.
I don't think it's that. Because they are like an actual games developer company. However, I don't want to search Google Nude Maker because I'd probably find.
You're not going to guess it. You're not going to get the company as a
No,
result.
I'm not going to get the actual desired.
No.
So yeah,
You know what? I will save you. I'll
here's
do
where the
you a
invisibility
favour.
bands come in. We need to put these 3 lion heads in a specific sequence. So right, middle, left. That's it. That's the sequence. So 1, 2, 3. And then we need to light up the middle pedestal thing. We only have 1 water. And that's difficult because Chopper's annoying.
I'm looking at the Nude Makers game lineup. They have developed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games.
Any notable ones?
For you, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like there's some Capcom. There's 2 Capcom. There's a Capcom game, a Sega game, and a Konami game. We have Capcom Steel Battalion. That's probably the most notable one.
You know the Steel Battalion Connect game?
Yeah. We have Infinite Space. It's a Sega game apparently. And then for Konami, the Terror of the Stratus.
Okay, so bad games.
Yeah, so that was like the last game was Night Cry in 2016 for the PlayStation Vita and Windows.
I nearly messed up, but we have Lavender Waters. This is why we get safety items on Marathon Sense. Because Marathon Sense.
Oh my god, it was. I'm looking at Infinite Space. It was made by Nude Maker and Platinum Games.
You can't get away!
Yeah.
On the DS.
Yeah, that checks. Platinum Games made anything.
Huh.
With the run.
That checks out. Yep.
So yeah. We've now completed our 2 puzzles. I'm going to refill the water first, and then we're going to get the golden rude arrow.
Oh.
The golden rude arrow is completely irrelevant.
Oh. That sounds like a really powerful golden arrow.
No.
Does it really just do nothing?
That's just old.
Ah.
Family heirloom.
Oh, it's just like plot arrow.
Yeah, plot arrow.
Okay.
So we're just going to fill the compass up. And then we are ready to get the arrow and then fight Chopper. We can actually fight Chopper for reals this time.
Okay.
And hopefully it'll be the boss fight that doesn't be mean. Because the rest of them have been mean so far. I swear, if every boss fight is mean, and Dick Burrows is nice, spoilers, I'm gonna cry. Because usually the final boss is the mean one. Because it's such a power creep. And I'll elaborate when we get
Because I'm curious how you power creep a thing that doesn't really change.
Get the binding arrow, need that. Again, all the arrows will be using... I won't be using it for Chopper, but I'll be using it for the Scissor Twins and the final boss. Because again, this game has Scissor Man, but not in the way you'd expect.
Yeah.
Scissor Man is the staple of the Clock Tower franchise.
Yeah.
However, in the early games, it's like this little boy called Bobby, I think his name is.
Yeah.
Who has an orphan meat mech.
Yeah.
Clock Tower 1's funny.
It is a funny game.
And then in this game, yeah, you'll see it.
Yeah.
Because they are not a little boy named Bobby. This route's really disorienting because
there's not
I guess they
fun.
thought, what's a good way to pay for a boss fight? Motion sickness.
Yeah, so yeah, you can't be, you'll be aiming anymore.
Yeah, I mean, you won't be aiming anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, step forward. Chopper is literally standing there, and he's like,
Konami,
Granddad's
bro.
dick.
Yeah.
Your granddad's a dick,
We'll see how many jokes we can get through in the next 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Calling a guy dick
40
over and
minutes
over
is kind of realistic, actually, because, again, the boss fights are mean.
I'll say we're an hour and 6 in. So
6 in, right. In my PP run, I'm like 20 minutes late.
Okay. I mean, yeah, we did waste about 10 minutes on doing all of dungeon
I still
1.
have a
I'm gonna call it
hospital
again.
dungeon and a castle dungeon. Does that say Clockwork Tower 3?
Yeah.
It's not meant to. It's just
No. I looked at that earlier. Like, I thought it was
it's
weird.
fine. What I really want him to do is throw the axe. I want him to go away and I want him to throw the axe. Because then I can hit the axe back at him and that stuns him.
You can't get away! Cats!
He's not stunned, I can now start getting bindings on him.
Oh, I'm probably the last person now that is starting to feel the effects of the tiredness really weighing on me now. I'm trying to hold it up out of everyone else,
He's
but
in a
I think
really
I'm the last to fall. As I am now. Well, to be fair, for me it's something now at the 12-hour mark.
That's bad. Because of his awkward positioning, he got out the bindings. So I now have to wait. However, it's not been as bad as it would be.
Take this!
No.
As if he just used that. So you know when you said this is a cover shoot?
Yeah.
You just used the
Yeah, you
gravestone.
just use the cover before shooting me.
No, more for throwing.
Oh yeah.
We're doing the shoot. He's strafing now. My man is playing Counter-Strike. Please start throwing the
You can't get away!
Can't get away.
I'm not trying to get away.
Cats!
The boss fight's being mean now. RNG nightmare.
Oh, you can just block that.
You can't get away!
I'm pretty much just doing chip damage until he throws his out.
Yeah, I imagine you will be able to do it for a while before like you
Now
really
he's
load
stunned, I
damage.
can get him in a 6 binder and actually start playing the fight.
Cats!
Did it? That miss?
Right, Spirit Bomb. That might kill.
There's no way it doesn't kill. That's like
That might kill
that's like
this
no
half.
HP one. Like I was like just under half. No, it'll be like 1 HP. It's really just like a farm to the limit.
It's just a Spirit Bomb.
Yeah.
Or a limit break.
So, I do get more limit break from it. Like,
What about 110? Alright, world record is 7 minutes from now.
oh, we can just 2 more dungeons, is it? Yeah, we got this. Is fine.
Yeah, 2 more dungeons, 3 more boss fights. We've now saved the rude ancestry.
Yippee!
We've now just saved the bloodline. And they're all so happy. They're not going to help you, but they're all so happy.
Nice.
This game's very stupid. But I love it. Clock Tower 3 is amazing and I want more and more people to play this. Hi Dennis. So, Dennis got a call that his sister is back from Africa. Because his sister's a missionary. So he wants to meet her at, he wants to meet her at the hospital. However, no.
Yeah,
She's still in Africa.
Oh, that's great. So,
This is a prank phone call to get Alyssa and Dennis into the hospital because we are now about to meet the Scissor People. The Scissor People are called Ralph and Jemima.
yeah, I remember when when we played Sonic Generations and
Yeah.
you told me that. I was like, that just
three
weirded
kids.
me out. And I'm like, what do you mean they're called? Like, what do you mean one of them's called Jemima? That's that song that I really like. Also, we have hit the 3/4 mark. We are at 6 AM, so we only have 6 more hours to go.
Yeah, done with this.
Almost there,
About
guys.
15 minutes. So yeah, we've got the first key, we need 3 keys. We're also about to get a Lewis Carroll metaphor. Lewis Carroll wrote Alice through the looking glass. We're about to get a looking glass. The game's not subtle. So we get the looking glass, we can now go to an alternate dimension, yes. So there's 2 scissor people we need to worry about. In this dimension, it's Ralph. In the other one, it's Jemima. Also, I really like this clown music.
Yeah, I'm just kind of like my brain's like attempting to tune it out because it just doesn't make any sense.
So, as I mentioned in the early games, Scissorman is like a little orphan boy.
Yeah.
Bobby. In this game, they're court jesters.
Because of course they are.
The Scissor Twins are just court jesters.
Jesters were big
For
at
Lord
this.
Burroughs.
Jesters were big at this time.
They wanted to take this in a drastic new direction, and they bloody did.
Yeah.
This game's not relevant to the Clock Tower story in the slightest.
Oh no, like I said, why do you remember Clock Tower 1?
Get the one in the bathroom.
Makes no sense.
And Jemima's going to be a pain. Jemima is the more difficult one to deal with in this section than Ralph, because we barely see Ralph in this section.
There you are!
Also, she says snippety snap, and I really find that adorable.
Snippety snap!
Like,
Snippety snap!
I don't know why I find that adorable. But yeah, the hospital segment is like one of the shortest dungeons in the game. It's just there's 2 subordinates you have to deal with now.
Snippety snap!
Oh yeah, she will not say stop saying snippety snap. So we've unlocked this key. That's going to give us lavender water. In the other dimension, that box has the final key we need to progress to the castle. The castle is our mansion, and you're just waiting there.
That's nice.
Thanks, Jemima. Yeah, the castle is our mansion, and it's turning into the titular clock tower. Thanks, Jemima.
Snippety snap!
One last sniff to snap for the road.
Snippety snap.
So yeah, we're gonna get the final key. Ralph is also. Ralph is there,
Oh, okay. They just magically appeared.
as you do.
Yeah, as you do. Where's Dennis and all this? Dennis just like fuck off somewhere? Hey,
This
it's
game,
not-
jump scare game. Ralph is just it's a jump scare. Ralph can be weird sometimes.
Come on, Alyssa!
Commas were important in that sense. So we can now progress to the next part of the game. 3 labelled keys. No support, but I'm going to get a refill before. Because we need 5 water throws for this next section. There is a refill in the castle itself, but yeah. It's at this point, Dick has gone completely insane. He now thinks he's the ancient Lord Burroughs,
Oh.
who killed over 1,000 men in a war in order to become immortal. By eating the heart of a freshly turned 15-year-old Ruder. Guess what Dick Burroughs' plan is? He wants to get you to the top of the clock tower, pierce your heart, and eat your heart as you turn 15.
Huh.
Yeah, that's the word to use.
It's peak. It's peak cinema. I don't know what to say.
It's a simple storyline. However,
You say
everyone in this game's a
simple.
fucking idiot.
Simple.
Because he didn't need to send subordinates after them. Because she came home because her mum said not to, and she's an idiot.
Yeah.
if he just pretended to be her grandfather, well, he is a grandfather, but if he just pretended to be normal for like one more day, he could have got away with it.
Yeah, free.
And she would have been none the wiser. But instead, he had to kill Nancy? What the name is? Yeah. And then pretend like everything's fine. Ralph, no. Ralph is being a pain. Luckily, we have items. Unfortunately, we cannot pick up items, so we need this thing to go away. It's not me. We got lucky there. That's the employee's memo. So, earlier in the game, we had the 103 puzzle. That's just saying that we know puzzles when Alyssa don't. That memo literally just says a bar is loose on one of the vents. Because among us. We're going to go round the back of the staircase because there is a red arrow. You don't need this, but it's safety. And I'm scared.
Why not? But you know, we're not on world record or PvPs.
No, we're not,
so
but you know.
Might as well just make sure we can actually beat the game.
Yeah, I'd like to still have a rundown. So yeah, there's 2 arrows in this room. We can get green arrow and red arrow. The green arrow we will potentially be using. Well, we can start using the arrows now because I want to get rid of the scissor twins as fast as possible. They have small health bars. We should be fine. Alyssa also has no fear because she's about to do something that I don't think Solid Snake will even do.
Oh, that's
And
great.
that's walk at the back of the side of the building crouched.
Huh. Yeah, no, that is
Mental, considering
insane
we
to
are
do.
on the top of a clock tower.
Yeah. Also, this is some like insane stuff of like, if Dick wants her to get up to the top, but like, what if she just falls off here?
She dies.
That's what I mean. I'm like, why would you? Surely you would make this a bit easier for her if you just.
Everyone in this game is an idiot.
Yeah. It's like your immortality plan just ruins if she just slips a bit, and then
His immortality was ruined if Sledgehammer won.
yeah, true. It's the standard Joker gambit of like he for some reason expects her to go through the entire game.
His immortality plan was ruined if the bus crashed.
Yeah, or if she just decided to listen to.
Like you can tell
that
this game's
rundown.
not set in modern days because public transport works. Public transport was efficient enough to get her from boarding school to her home in a day. That ghost isn't relevant.
Yeah, I watched it just kind of go. Like,
I don't even know how you fix that ghost. Yeah, tight squeeze in there. We can now get the first of the 3 crests. This is the.
Okay, yeah, we've got in that it is in fact is now re-become a daylight outside.
Alright, so
Enough time has passed.
Alyssa doesn't know that there's something there, so we need to look at it and then throw the ash on it to. Because again, Alyssa's a woman. We need to hope that Jemima is still slow enough for us to walk past. If she attacks with ash, that's the best attack. So we can insert the A crest? I think it's the A crest. Get a water throw. No. Oh yeah. Game.
There you are!
Move that back to its original place. That opens up Dick's study. The big one. Pause. We needed 3 crests to open up something. I forget which. I honestly forget what we need to open up, but
No, that's
we
really
need the 3
great.
crests. Once we've got the 3 crests, we can fight the scissor people. Because the scissor people have captured Dennis. To which I say, oh no!
Slice
Anyway.
and dice!
I pull the Jeremy Clarkson whenever I see Dennis. I don't care about that man. Child. He's a 15-year-old. I don't really care. he's introduced by like he's literally just like as Alyssa awakens from the sledgehammer thing, he's just peeking in her window.
Oh.
Because he apparently saw her mum's car. That's it. He also somehow has Dick's desk key.
Because he does.
I don't know how either. Dennis is a weird little guy. Yeah. Need one more crest. We need the D crest. Again, all the jokes can be made because his name is Dick Burrows.
I'll kill you!
Water here.
Oh,
Jemima also hates water because she's a League of Legends player.
You think can you confidently say like this is like the end game then?
Huh?
Since we're actually in like the clock tower.
Yeah, but she looks like a lead skin, so I can see Jemima as a League skin or a Valorant. A Valorant skin is
Slice
more
and
like
dice.
realistic. Valorant mages don't have skins. What am I talking about? Right,
Oh, yeah,
this is
first
Knight's
person.
room. There's a relevant tech in this room coming up. But for now, we find out that they've captured Dennis.
No.
And what they've done to Dennis is hilarious. It's really funny. They've got him tied up, right? And they have a swinging pendulum.
Oh. Yes,
But they have a fake Dennis. So when you're fighting the scissor people, the fake Dennis is there. And then you free the real Dennis as you're fighting Scissorman. As you're fighting Ralph. And so... It's kind of weird.
Really? No, I would never
Nah,
guess the half
right.
of this game. That's the tagline for all this game. Is kind of weird.
Kind of kooky. So yeah, the scissor people fights are just awkward. Because Jemima can teleport. And Ralph... Well, Ralph is also there. Yeah, it's at the D crest, and now all the crests are installed. We can now move on. We just need to save Dennis for some reason. Personally, if it were me, I'd just leave Dennis be and go up to the clock tower. But hey-oh. She likes little ginger boys, I guess. Right, this is Fast Nights. We want to time this so that we don't get hit. Getting hit is an instant death.
Oh, that was great. I
And
love
I've
endgame
messed
stuff.
There's the sigil stone.
Oh, so you immediately get
That's
used.
fine.
Okay.
That's fine. I don't need the sigil stones from now.
Okay.
So it's fine. I messed up Fast Nights there. I forgot to open this gate
Oh.
because those Iron Maidens send you to this little labyrinth.
Like prison.
Thing.
Yeah.
And there's only 2 you actually need to go. So it's that you don't need to go in that one anymore anyway. So once this last one's down, go. That's Fast Ones. So we can. The way this works, we unlock this. We go and see the Scissor Twins, and then you fall through the stairs, and you have to climb back up and do this again.
Great.
Mostly because you find your way up going up through your granddad's study, where he has pictures of he has the pictures that you drew when you were a little kid.
Oh, nice.
Because his mindset is if he's immortal and he's eating your heart, he's with you forever. Protecting you forever.
Oh, protecting,
And I missed the time.
protecting you. Okay, that's why is one way of putting it.
I missed the timing.
Oh.
How did I miss the timing? There you go, that's never happened before. I just missed the timing. Alright.
Oh well.
Alright. Fast Nights. Shoot now.
There you go.
Okay, now we can go down. Hopefully, if I don't waste the time.
Thinking 3 steps ahead as usual.
Yeah, it usually doesn't happen.
You have also been awake for 24 hours, so...
Yeah, I've been awake for 24 hours, sure, whatever, but... Like, that's just a frame thing. Right, now it should close.
Okay.
Because we're now in the area. So we're about to fight... Well, we think we're about to fight the Scissor Twins, but this staircase here we fall through. We go into Deck Study and see the drawings that you drew as a little girl.
It's like the really like opera just starts then, like yeah, you know you're into some freaky shit now.
Yeah, it gets very operatic.
Like, you know
So-
you're dealing with an insane guy.
Most of the game, Dick Burrows is dressed as your standard granddad. As in, dressing down, like, kind of chilled out, like, got a pipe,
Yeah.
British.
So Ebenezer Scrooge, I guess is the
Yeah, he's
right,
Scrooge.
I think, yeah.
He doesn't turn into that. He fully molds into Lord Burrows. The ancient, like,
Huh.
Celtic warlord.
As you do.
But it's not like Celtic, like, you'll see. Because Lord Burrows is a nightmare. We just first need to deal with his court jesters. I think the court jesters. They might just be clowns. And I'm dead.
Yippee. Yippee.
Oops.
Yippee.
That's 2 deaths.
Yes.
We should still be fine.
Okay.
How long we got?
We got half an hour.
Yeah, I'm already way past my. We can still do it in half an hour.
Okay, that's good.
Because we have
how far back can we put then?
Yeah, we literally get put here.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. It's like a 30-second time loss.
Not even 30 seconds.
Yeah, not even that.
But yeah. What was I gonna say? Yeah, we fight the Scissor Twins, then we climb the clock tower. That takes about 2 minutes.
Oh,
if that.
fine.
And then Lord Burrows. Yeah. Lord Burrows is himself a run killer. The first time I fought Lord Burrows, it took me an hour and a half.
Oh, I hate when you
Bear
fight
in
bosses like
mind,
that for the first
my
time.
personal best speed run is an hour 25. Now
I
to
hate
fight
bosses
Jemima.
like So yeah, we basically got about.
Yeah, we
What?
got that.
Well, you think you can wait?
I think I could beat this in like 10,
I was gonna guess about 10-15 minutes.
15, if that.
Okay. Oh, she does not have a lot of health.
Yeah, she doesn't have a lot of health. She hasn't killed a lot of people.
Yeah.
She's literally just gonna run into this.
Slice and dice.
She's not gonna.
No.
I'm glad she hit that because she's gonna teleport, right? She can teleport.
I'll kill you.
I don't want it. Yeah, I actually want it. She's not. Alright. Here's where aiming is a problem.
I did it. Hooray.
However, you don't lose too much on it, so that's fine.
Yeah. You seem to.
I need to. Yeah, aiming in this fight specifically.
So we're running a tornado attack.
Oh, there you go. This was Scissor Woman.
Oh. Wow.
She goes on really easy. You now have to fight Scissor Man.
Oh, okay.
However, all your health gets restored, so
Oh, that's good.
it's whatever.
They're not that cruel.
Not like I lost too much health as it is. A Scissor Man is also much easier to do because he doesn't teleport.
Okay, there's a lot of health. Not as much as
So it's literally once you get him in a binding, he's fine.
Oh, just missed it.
Great position. I mean, other than serial
Come on, Alyssa!
I am positioning myself really bad.
Come on,
Right on the top. That shouldn't all the boss fights are being mean to me. Watch. I'll go home, I'll do a run, it'll be fine. It's just dancing.
It's just you know.
It's just
Let's
dancing.
play look. You know the old terminology is that.
That's gonna hit me. Magic. I don't know whether that kills, but if it doesn't kill with
It looks like it probably won't. I'm just gonna guess because of how much I've seen that do.
Either way, Scissor Man was bad, but Scissor Woman was really good. For the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't
it just
get close.
wasn't there enough.
And he's laughing.
Yeah, I think this is GG for Skizzaman.
That's Scissor Man.
There you go. Alright, so we only have
One more boss fight left.
Yeah.
One more little bit to look at.
One climb, one.
The clock tower itself will take me about 2 minutes. Don't know about the boss fight.
Okay, well we'll
Boss
find
fight can be anywhere from 3 minutes to 15, or to an hour and a half.
That's great. That's reassuring.
This boss fight has the most insane power creep in the game in terms of difficulty spot.
That's nice.
So let's climb the tower, and yeah. So Lord Boroughs, you now have a good idea of. So the subordinates are used as the Lord Borough subordinates, and they were used to like kill Grinders throughout history. Unless I just stop the film. And now you're facing the final entity. Because Lord Boroughs is what's known as an entity because he
It's a DVD reference. I'll just eventually going to get pointed. I can't wait for Dick Burrows to be the next killer in DVD.
right. If they remember who Dick Boroughs is, I'm playing Dead by Daylight.
I mean, if anything, it'll be something like that. I just have to be.
Right, clock tower's really simple to go through. This is the easiest section. Because there's no enemies, there's no room for danger. Like it's literally just a case of follow the path.
Yeah.
Also, we're about to get a costume change because
Oh, the first one in the game.
I don't know why actually. I think so. You remember in Dragon Ball when Piccolo kidnapped Gohan and Gohan had no clothes?
Oh yeah.
It's a clothes beam.
Clothes beam. We're getting clothes beam.
Dick Boroughs has clothes beam.
Clothes beam.
So you need this lever to activate another lever to get into the ladder to get up to the top of the tower. Okay. So we press this. We are very nearly done. Been an ass time, but
Yeah, we've all. I think I don't think there's been a run that hasn't had
No.
half time.
I gave myself 2 hours. We've used the 2 hours.
Yeah, say
Plus,
better
I've
safe
shown
than sorry.
I'm not too bothered because I have shown content. I want to get back to running this properly now that I've actually got a firmer idea of what I want to do for PBs. If I can get to 120, I'm happy with where I'm at. I'm at 125. So this is Lord Dick Boroughs. Isn't he an imposing figure?
Yeah, very nice.
The biggest key to this fight
Oh.
is audio cues and movement. He has 2 health bar. Because he was sentenced to 2,000 years.
Of course.
He's the most evil man in existence. He only also needs 5.
Weird costume.
The positioning of my arrow bindings is also kind of one in the triangles. That didn't work. So when he goes wah, he's going to shoot a binding of his own. And if you get 3 bindings, he hits you with a spirit bomb. Done.
Oh, that's great.
Right, there's limit break number 1. Typically, it's about 2 to 3.
Okay.
Maybe 4 if you're really unlucky. However, we have plenty of arrows left. Because we can now start spamming them in specific moments.
Yeah, by the way, is time on like his death?
No.
Oh, that's brilliant.
I will tell you when time is running.
Okay. So there's still more gameplay after he actually dies. Lovely.
It's just there's no escape. I'm going to hit you 3 times.
There's no escape! There's no
Yeah, that just stops you. And I think my bindings are run off now. There's a red binding now.
There's no escape!
So I've
one
now
of
been
these?
hit by binding. He gets 3 of those and I lose.
Is there a way to? I'm assuming it's just time based. You know to combine yourself.
However, there is.
There's no escape!
It's just the blood pools are really annoying.
How dare you!
Is it?
Break number 2.
Second limit break, we need 3.
Yeah, it's like it's gonna be a 3 job.
Potentially depending on how much damage the arrows do.
I think you're probably gonna be put. Actually, I think this might put my like core HP left.
Close to top,
Yeah, about.
that's so annoying. That's so annoying.
Until the third one. I think. Oh. That's such a shame.
This is the end!
So we have to redo that entire boss fight again.
Oh, that's great. Oh, I can hear the THQ logo forming.
Oh yeah, his is so much cooler than ours.
Oh yeah.
Like he gets a giant skeleton shooting lasers out of ours. We just get the sky.
This game is full of stock sound effects.
We just get the wind.
Lovely.
Right, let's do it again. We're nearly
Okay.
done. We are very nearly finished.
Yeah.
Very nearly ready for Wordle.
Yeah, so we do have that.
It's such
coming
a
up.
contrasting game.
Yeah, I go from those. It'd be really funny if we get like one on Game Dull. We get like one of the games played today.
If you get a clock tower game on Game Dollar,
Yeah. You can just run in and scream Clock Tower if you end up knowing what it is.
Yeah, I think. Oh yeah, that's sword. Clock tower so far. Interesting. Clock tower. Interested.
It's a very
you
interesting is the
giving
word
it a
I
go?
would describe it with.
Blast. Right, there's limit break number 1. He can now stop saying there's no escape, and that's the most risk. They're the annoying ones. When he's just going, we're her, that's fine.
There's no escape! There's no escape!
I guess it might be worth just like trying to dwindle his health down a little bit lower than you usually would, just to see if we can get a 2 limit break kill.
There's no escape!
Limit break's always the safest option. That was weird, he was only on 1 bind and I got him on a limit breaker, alright.
Oh, we'll take it.
This boss fight's weird, alright.
We'll take it.
We'll take it. No, look.
Oh, no. See, deja vu.
There's no escape!
But no, not survival.
How dare you! There's no escape!
I am not in
No,
that.
that was messed up.
I am
Load
right.
of BS.
There's no escape!
Or just
There's
dodge.
no escape!
Yeah, as I said, most of this is
Yeah.
There's no escape! How dare you! There's no escape! How dare you! There's no escape!
very close to finishing.
Yeah, so we should be about 1 or 2 hour hits away, and then we've got a little final gameplay segment, and then we can call it.
Right, that's the boss.
Yeah, there's a boss fight. Okay,
Time is. I'll ready you up with time.
Okay.
Because we are nearly there.
Alright, we'll just keep that in mind.
So time is when we hit this statue. That statue is your mother.
Okay. Of course it is. Oh, he's still alive.
That terrified me then. Alright, time.
Time, there we go.
1:45. Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't the 2 hours you expected, so
It's Odyssey.
yeah.
Also, he's got a really high def face there.
Yeah.
This cutscene's really funny because sometimes it'll just
I won't allow
intersplice
the
pictures of
ritual to
them as a happy family.
Never!
Yeah.
Also, she finally has a lightsaber now. Spirit sword. Action.
Oh, I love the ending to the Future Trunks arc. It's a if she pulls it upwards, then.
He's dead now.
Bye bye, Dirk.
Bye bye, Dick. Hello. Yeah. I don't know if Alyssa's mum's alive.
Well,
Because they embrace in a hug, and then after this cutscene, they kind of just walk around, like her and Dennis just walk around the field. I don't know if Nancy's alive or not.
oh, that's great.
I we've never had another game after this, other than spiritual successors.
Left
But
on
also,
the way.
this game isn't kind of canon because there's no real canon for the Clock Tower franchise. Other than Clock Tower 1 and 2, both 2s, there's 2 Clock Tower 2s, this franchise next.
Lovely. Well,
And
I
I love
think we are going to go to I think it's going to be a longer break.
Yeah, we're going to go to a longer break.
Yeah.
If you want to see more speedrun action like this, I do a bunch of games.
Yeah, please
not
check
just
out
horror
Motosonic
games,
on
but also
Twitch.
stuff
Yeah.
like Sonic, Final Fantasy, that sort of stuff. That's over on my Twitch, twitch.tv/Motosonic. And when we're ready to go to a break,
Yeah, me and Pishi
We'll see you
on
in a bit.
Game Door or Daily Games and a bunch
daily
of
games,
bunch of
Wordle.
quickie games. Yeah, we'll see you
Wordle
in a little bit.
in a bit.
Yeah.